Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I am Sky. Today I'm going to show you how to apply super cute fake nails. Pretty much these, okay? So I already done these off camera and everything. So if you want, stay tuned and watch this video. Okay, thanks. So first, um, So basically, you just need your fake nails, okay? You need your glue, okay? You need a firers, okay? You need a buffer. You need your acetone. And also, you can use cotton wipes, you can use cotton balls, cotton pads, whatever. But for me, I prefer to use paper towels. What I pretty much do, I just cut them in half. Okay, pretty much that's what I did. Okay, so pretty much all you need, and also well-being alcohol, but I just mainly use acetone. Okay, so first what you do. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. Your pusher, for your cuticle pusher. Okay, so first you just do is push back your nails gently. So this is all new for you guys and for me, for beginners. Okay, so yeah, so you just really do. I haven't done this hand just yet. So you take your cotton wipe, you take your cotton ball, whatever. For my case, tissue, paper towel. You just kind of use this. For me, I like the pump type of acetone. All I just do is just open it up again and then go out and just get a nice bigger container, and all I just do is just fill them up. That's all, pretty much. Okay, you just take it. So first you have to open it. First let me put my glasses on. Okay, and then let's do this. So first, I don't need it just yet. Over there, you just take your cotton ball, your cotton thing, or whatever what you're using to do your nails, and you just take it a nice little amount, and this takes off any polish, anything off the nail. And if you did your fake nails before, it takes off the remaining glue and all that. And then you just pretty much go each nail and just rub, like so. Like so, like that. Remove, so pretty much, I show you. See how it's all, that's glue right there, okay? That's all glue, and then it pretty much removes it. Yeah. That's pretty much it, and you just do that with every single finger. And if you kind of need more on it, I kind of just use the same one, and I just add a little bit more, a little bit more to it, like so. And it's pretty simple to do. Anyone can do it. Now you just kind of go in. I don't really have to push back my cuticles too much because I've been wearing fake nails a lot, so my cuticles don't really need to be pushed back as much. But I will kind of show you how to do it. So you take your cuticle brush. These suckers come in all different textures or materials, I should say. Okay, and with these materials, it comes in plastic like this. What I have, you can get ones in wooden, you get ones that are metal, and I think that's it. Mine are plastic. I have a bunch of ones. You can get these ones at Dollarama, Dollar Tree, and all that, okay? This is what you do. You take it at an angle like so, this way, so the point is pointing down. So pretty much, oh my bad, like this way. So the point is like this. It's flat. Like so. Okay? So you pretty much go from one side of the nail, gently kind of push it, the cuticle back, like so. Not too much pressure, not too much where it's point where it's uncomfortable for you. When you start feeling uncomfortable, that's when you're putting too much pressure. And just go all the way around, gently moving it toward the way you're finished, the opposite way you start. So if you start on this side, you will finish the nail on that side. If you start the nail on this side, you will finish it on this side. You don't have to worry about the front, but your cuticle is not in the front. That's where your nail grows, okay? Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, my bad. You can clip your nails and all that to make them shorter, so then the fake nails can fit more better, because if you don't clip your nails underneath your actual nails, it will show underneath the fake nail. It will show underneath. So pretty much you don't see any of my real nail underneath the fake nail. They're on there, see? You will see what I will do when we go forward, okay? So after you do all that with what I just showed you, I will show you one more time. So what you do, you start from one side of it. What side you want to start? You can start on the left side of the finger. You can start on the right side of that finger, okay? So you just go, once again, you take your cuticle brush, you push your cuticle brush, cuticle brush, pusher, I should say. And you just push down again, nice and gently. So with on the sides, you kind of go down and away, okay? And if I'm doing it wrong, I am sorry. I just find it works a lot better for me. So just work around with it, find techniques that works best for you, okay? So I just go back in and do that, okay? And that's pretty much it. And you just do all your fingers the exact same way, one by one, slow and steady, okay? Not too fast, not too slow, just slow and steady it with a pace, okay? So pretty much what you do now is what I did. So in a way, not forgot, but in a way, before when you push back all your cuticles, you make a little layer. So you take a brush, you can take a ambulance, like a file, you can file them down, or you can use an electric one like this. And this one I got from Dollar Tree, Dollarama, okay? And it still works pretty much. And then the little heads come out like that. You can get nicer ones on Amazon, Walmart, any beauty supply store. It all depends on what your budget is, okay? If you can afford $100 ones, $200 ones, okay, that's on you. But whatever is your budget. So for my budget is one of these, but it still works. It still works. It still does the job, okay? So pretty much that's it, okay? That's the machine of it. And that's one bit. Pretty much it comes with 3 bits. 1 second, sorry. Pretty much, it comes with 3 bits. One is that all 3 are buffers, but there are different courses, different what's the different course, that's the word, yeah, courses, different course. So basically you can make it super soft. Pretty much it's like a 4-in-1 file. So pretty much you have it like, you know, your grieve and step, and then, you know, all that stuff, you know. But then this is the exact same way like that. So pretty much I kind of use the most finest one. Okay, and you just kind of just stick it pretty much. This little metal wad kind of just goes like that, and then boom. Each one is different, so this is how mine works, and then the battery kind of just goes in the back there, and then boom. So pretty much I already kind of pre-done this off camera with this hand already. So pretty much I will do it over canvas. I saved my thumb for you guys, okay? These 4 fingers already been done off camera and everything and prepped, okay? So this is why I kept the thumb. So pretty much you kind of hold it like this, your thumb like this. And you kind of go back and forth. Give it some buff on the nail, so then when you do your glue, when you buff the nail, and then when you put glue, your nail glue on, it will adhere to your nail. So you kind of give it a nice little buff. See what I'm doing? You just kind of go back and forth. And I get the front, get the nail, file it down. I don't really have much nails. I pretty much have stubbles, if you know. As you can see that. I got stubbles. And it's not bad, okay? And you kind of just go, you know. That's pretty much it, okay? And all I just do is put it back in my little nail kit container down over here. I like my little nail kit container because I can carry it, bring it around. If I want to do my friend's nails, I can do my friend's nails and all that. Uno second, sippy. Excuse me. Okay. So now, pretty much before gluing each size press on to your natural nail, if your between sizes, always size down. Well, I'm reading, sorry. I lost my train of thought. But anyways, so what you do, what I kind of did here, so before you put your nails on, you kind of go in your nail kit, what you get, and then you kind of figure out what size best to fit the nail, because you can't put a pinky on the thumb or the pointing finger, okay? It's small. So you kind of have to find the perfect size. So I did this prior before I record, so it's easier. So what I did, so pretty much this is what I did. Don't mind my workstation. So here is the thumb. I'm going to use this. So pretty much this will be the thumb, pointing, middle, ring finger, pinky. Okay? So pretty much what you pretty much do when you are when you get a nail kit, one second. So when you, I show for example, so when you get your, this is a nail kit. I haven't opened yet. But when you get your nail kit, something like this, when you take it out of the packing, it will look like this. Okay, your nails will look like this in a package, like so. So what you do, these are the main nails here, down here. So all these at the bottom are all your main. These 8 nails down here at the bottom are your main nails. And then these ones up here are like extra nails for these, okay? To complete the nail set, okay? So pretty much afterwards, you can either put your nails on with glue or glue stickers. So pretty much these glitter stickers, you just pretty much exact same way when you're finding your perfect nail for your finger. All you do is with these, you just say for this one up here in this up top left corner here of this thing, that's like for your thumb. You just find that, you peel one side of it onto the nail, you press, hold for like 10 or 20 seconds, let go, you peel off the other top layer of it, and then you stick your nail at an angle, and you put the bottom of your nail into your cuticle like so, and then you push down on top and then hold, and then boom. This way is the less messy way, and I tell you, for me, my preference, I prefer nail glue more than these, because with these, if you wash your hand and you do a lot of cooking and cleaning or whatnot with your hands, these glue stickers don't really last that long like nail glue does, okay? So pretty much after yeah. So that's why it's all up to you if you want glue or glue stickers, okay? It's your preference. You can't use both. I'm sorry. I tried. You can't. Because it's these already set with somewhat glue on it, so then you're just pretty much adding more glue and it won't really work. So pretty much I already opened this and stuff. So pretty much what you pretty much do with these, it will come like this. I show you. Let's make sure this one is. Okay, good. I got plenty of these suckers, okay? But anyways, what you do, it will come, you open it up, the right lid. See this little tube thing? You just take a pair of, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to waste because I already have one open. But anyways, I'm just telling you, you just cut, not showing, just as demonstrating, that much, just an inch, or about not even less than an inch, okay? Off, boom, done. And then that part, the top, is the base of the glue, and then there's a second part pretty much at the bottom is other glue too. So pretty much it's 2 in 1, in a way. And so when you start gluing your nails, always have your acetone on standby, because if you're working with glue, it make it a little sticky, okay? So always have your acetone or water beside you, or what, so then you can take the glue off faster, because then, or it will just cake on and then you will kind of feel the glue like so. See what I'm saying? Like that. So you just have to kind of watch it, okay? So after you do all that, getting it all set, it's pretty much, if you're using this, figure out what size of nail glue sticker you need for your nails, and then find that nail you already figured out what size, okay? So pretty much for my case, I'm doing it with glue. So what you do, you take your fake nail, you press on, or your fake nail, whatever you want to call it. I call them fake nails. You can call them press on nails. There's so many names for these, but fake nails. So what you do first, I'd show you. This is a perfect fit because you just pretty much, it slides on. One second, I see myself squinting at the screen and it's not fair for my eyes. So pretty much, you take it. I don't know if I can do this properly. I don't have proper setup. So this has to do. So pretty much, it pretty much fits in the nail, as you can somewhat. I tried to do this proper, but see how it fits in that cuticle properly? See, it comes out and it fits right in. Fits a nice perfect, see how it slides perfectly on the nail? Like that, okay? So what you do now, take off my glasses for a second. That's what I'm doing, but I'll have to put them back on. I still need them. So you take your glue. Okay, and add a small amount of glue to your natural. What I do first, I add a small amount. I got, one second. This nail glue is garbage because it just leaked everywhere. So I do have to open up a new one. So I can actually show you. That nail glue just leaked everywhere. One second. Sorry about that. Technical issues. Okay. So pretty much. Oh, where's my scissors? So pretty much, the amount I show you, it is like right there. Oop. As I drop the glue too, as I try to show you, the camera was focusing on my face. So pretty much, you're pretty much taking that much off, above the nail up. So about an inch or two, okay? I got a garbage over here. See? And then pretty much, I kind of go like this with it. If it gets in the scissors, not really not bad. See how much I cut? Yeah. Just that much. Just a little hair. So what I do, I take it, that amount. Just a small, come on, focus. Just a small, teeny amount. I'll show you on the nail what the amount I'm talking about. Be more better. See that little dot? That's pretty much it. You just need that. What I do, I add a dot there, a dot there, dot there, dot there. So I have 4 dots on the actual nail now. What I do, I go at an angle. See, I'm at an angle. You slide it in the cuticle, and you push down. See how I'm pushing? And you hold for like 15 to 20 seconds to make sure there's no air bubbles. Make sure there's no air bubbles in there. Okay, so when you're doing your nails, advise, do one hand first. Wait at least maybe close to an hour. And then do your other hand. And then voila. See? And then perfectly even. Don't mind that this hand is done already, but yeah, perfectly even. Okay. And then you repeat for each nail. Okay, and then I show you one more time. I'm going to show you one more time. So pretty much, you take it, see how it slides perfectly onto the nail? Slides perfectly in, and that means it's a perfect fit, because this is why I said in the prior, before you start gluing your fake nails on, you gotta make sure they are a perfect fit for each nail, because each fake nail is shaped perfectly to each finger, okay? So that's why I say you find the perfect fit, okay? The perfect fit will always work, okay? And then also I will help to go by, you won't really see it on these nails, but each nail up on the top of the corner, top in the middle of the nail, on the tip of the nail underneath, there's numbers 0 to 10, okay? And they're correlate. So like your thumbs are your zeros and so forth, but sometimes they can change. Okay, so each nail has a different number. Sometimes your one number is the exact same as same nail. But for me, I try my best to line them up perfectly and make sure they're the exact same on each finger. So then they are look even, and not one's longer or one shorter, because it doesn't belong on that pointing finger, for example, or your thumb, for example. Okay, so now let me background topic again. Take your glue. I will try my best to do this perfectly on the camera. I don't know if you saw that drop. Ooh. And a drop. That's all you need. And then exact same on the nail, what you did it with before. So you do that little bubble. Okay. And then down on the bottom of the nail. Okay. You take the nail you already have upside down. Oop. Don't do what I just did. Drop it. And then you just slope. At an angle. Pop it in. This is what I mean. You will get sticky and gluey. Like, wait now. 1 second. Let me have to hold it for a second. There we go. And you just hold it. Like so. Yep. See? perfect match. It looks like the nail is legitly growing out of my finger. Okay? Excuse me. Once again. And what I kind of do after when the nails are fully on, I kind of go in with my fire. This is a two-sided file. One's a 320 and one's a 120. If that helps with anything. I don't know what that means or anything. Or I think I know. It's the quartz of it. How strong. It's like, sandpaper. I'm not advising to use sandpaper on your nails and your fake nails. That's going to hurt. But buffers and all that are similar to sanders and stuff. And that's all you pretty much do. And you just sand them down. Sometimes these nails say they are pre-filed. Not really, okay? I'm sorry. I am truly, truly sorry on that. Don't believe what the packaging says, okay? Just don't. Okay? But that's pretty much it, okay? And then, you kind of, once again, you take your nail, make sure it works. So I always pre-check. This is why I'm doing this again. I always pre-check to make sure they actually fit, because sometimes I think it's fit. I think it will fit, but it doesn't fit. Okay? So in a way it works, but it doesn't really work. Okay? So you always have to kind of play around with the nails, okay, and to make sure it works perfectly and fits perfectly. Okay, I like how I wear glasses and I don't wear them sometimes. Okay, once again, the most smallest amount on the nail. See that drop right there? That's the drop you pretty much need. Okay, and you take your nail like so. You kind of, I don't know if I forgot, I don't know if you saw this, but in a way, you kind of roll the glue around on the bottom of the nail to coat the nail. And then you kind of do the exact same thing. Boom, 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 boom. See? Okay. You put your glue back down. Oop, I dropped it. You take your nail at that angle. Oop. Sorry. And you kind of just push for that 15 to 20 seconds. I kind of hold for more than 20 seconds. I kind of hold for like maybe 30 seconds to less than a minute for each nail. And if there's any glue that does seep out from the nail, it's fine. Okay, all you just do, take your cotton swab, your cotton ball, your cotton pad, or paper towel, what I use, and just gently just go back and then clean it off a little. Not too much. Don't take off more, because if it does ooze out, it's fine, but don't remain it off. But if you get glue on the finger like this, what I got, you can take it off, okay? That's no problem. But if it oozes out, and it starts to dripping down the nail, yeah, you can clear it off, but make sure don't clear the glue completely away from the nail when it's oozing out, because then you will get air bubbles. And I can kind of go in underneath the nail with the acetone, okay, and clean a little bit of the glue up after. Sorry, I just want to see something. Okay. Yeah, so far, looks good. But don't worry, you will see these two on these two here shortly. Okay? Now, another sip. It's peach juice, homemade. Well, it's comes from a packet. I just put it in a container, add water, mix, 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 and then all good. It's fine. Okay? So pretty much you got, obviously, your last two nails for your last two fingers here. Okay? And then, once again, I repeat myself multiple times in this video today, but it's fine. Dab, dab, dab. And then, finger again. See? And it kind of coats the cuticle. Yeah, if it runs off to the side there, as you can see it here, it's fine because you can just go in with your acetone and clear it up. Okay? That's why I say always have your acetone open. Yeah, I know it will dry the acetone out, but it's fine. And you can just see what I just do? It oozes out. I just take a little wipe and just boom, done. Because if we take too much of the glue off from the top, it will pop off easy. So I kind of learn from mistakes and stuff. And also, if you keep wondering what I'm looking at, I have a little list here to help me keep focus, okay? But no, anyways, yeah, you just have to work with it. So then, if you remove that glue completely from the sides, it will pop off much more easier. So then, it's like so. See? So far, so good. See? Everything is matching. See? It gives the illusion it's growing out of the nail. See, if you look at my hand that I done earlier, looks so nice. Okay? And then, this is the hand I done it doing now with you guys. Super nice. Super nice. And then last, your pinky. Once again, dab, and a dab. Oop. And then once again, on the nail. like so. And then you take your nail, once again, at an angle. At an angle. At an angle. Kind of, you push it, not push it too hard, but underneath the cuticle, and push. For 50, like I said, for 20 seconds to a minute, or 30 seconds to a minute. Don't mind me pulling my fingers apart. What I kind of do, if your spongy thing you're using gets too soaked, just throw it away and then just grab new ones. And then, yeah. And afterwards, you just go and wash your hands. And then if you want to, you can do it. I don't, but I see people on YouTube who make nails videos and stuff and tutorials. They use top coats for a nice shine on the nail. But anyway, I get somewhat shiny nails anyways. So I don't really need that top coat. Like, you know, you don't really need the top coat. But it's up to you. And before you go and before you click off, don't, yeah. But anyways, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the verdict of the video. Yeah, that's the verdict of the end. I lost the train of thought. But anyways, at least I have a thing to keep me on track. But anyways, before you click off, thank you for watching and learning how to put on fake nails and stuff. And stay and all that. And just, yeah. But anyways, before you, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. I keep warning off because my show is coming on shortly. I'm sorry. I'm very excited for my show. It's a weekly thing every Monday night. It's called Extracted. Okay? And it's family and friends. These people are surviving. It's like almost, I don't know if you guys, and you probably heard of it. You probably heard of Fear Factor, Naked and Afraid, Hunter, you know, American Erased, all that. It's basically you're in this forest and you have to survive and do these. It's a really good TV show. But anyways, I'm rambling on right now, and that's not whatever. But anyways, before you click off, and if you don't, and if before you click off, just make sure love yourself, be kind to yourself, and then also don't forget to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, a unicorn loses its horn, and that would be on your conscience. That would be on your conscience. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But if you don't subscribe, a unicorn will lose its horn, and it will be on your conscience. Exactly. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. It's not hard. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's free 99. FREE, free, okay? But anyways, remember, Sky's listening. No, Sky's always watching and listening. And remember, she loves you. Take care and see you in the next video. Love you all. Bye.